So this was the dining room before, and this is the after. Today we're going to be doing a couple of renos. I'm going to show you tips and tricks on how to do it yourself. Press hard like this. Press down. Yes. Tiled this wall, and then I made these slats here. Then I put LED lights behind the painting, and there's a window in there. So today we're going to show you how to create an LED painting. We're also going to show you how we're going to marble this wall. These are slats that we already made a video about, but I just painted in black. And we're also going to show you how we came up with this concept. If you're interested in doing a do-it-yourself reno on a massive budget where you're saving not $100 but a couple thousands of dollars, stay tuned for the whole video. So let me give you a little background on what we've been working on our channel in terms of do-it-yourself videos. So I pretty much did a video on how to do anything and everything here, including the ceiling tiles. This is the latest project. So these were wooden slats. We just painted these just to give it more of a neutral feel. This is all marble. This is a niche with a rope light in it. These lights are controlled by a remote control, so they change colors. These are diffused panels, so I'm going to cover these as well in another video. We did that niche. That was pretty hard to do because it's brick behind here, so we had to go deep inside. Again, we did that too. And then now we're going to take over and do this wall. So let's see what it looks like before. This room was all drywall, and we painted both of the walls blue under the curtains. Behind this painting, we decided to not just paint the wall, but we wanted to find a nice matte dark tile, and we found one that was really good. The opposite side, we removed the curtains, and we wanted to also add a very modern look to join it with the living room. Really quickly, I'm going to tell you my process of tiling. Some people may or may not agree, but it's definitely worked for me. Instead of using Omni Grip or Acro Pro, and I'm going to say this again when I'm tiling those tiles, I go with this. This is a PL8x. It comes out gray. It's very hard, so you definitely want to get a better caulking gun. What you do is you put little dime circles of dabs on here. So you go 3 across on a 12-inch, and then you go 6 across on a 24-inch. And then you do these about every 5 inches or so you'd have 4 rows. You don't need to use a trowel on this, and then you essentially just apply this against the wall. If you're going for a look without absolutely any joints, you're not going to be using the tile spacers. I will cover tile spacers in a few minutes. Let's just continue on to finishing the tiling of this particular wall. Then he decided he wants to tile finally. All right, and which way? Is it this? Like that?
Wow.
Good?
I can't get myself.
That's okay. You have to. Daddy will help. Okay, now we're going to drill to hold this up. So now we take the sticker, and then we put the, and we press on the sticker. Press hard, like this. Press down. Yes, very good. Wait. Daddy started. Hold on. Oh, no, it's going to fall. Hold on. Daddy do the first one.
I like it.
All right, ready?
Please.
Okay. Press. And stop. Perfect. Look at that. Look at that. Zany put his first tile on. Even though if you look, these are 12 by 24 tiles. Each of them is just differently positioned, but I tried to match some of the tiles. Like this one, there's a break here, but you can see that it's still traveling this way, then this way. So again, I tried to do as much as I could rather, to make it look all uniform. And the slats are definitely working much better black, but this wall no longer works. So this is the new idea that I had. We're gonna go and tile this. I'm gonna show you really quickly how to do wall tiling. I bought the same size of tiles. Those are 24 by 48 inches. This is called PL8x, not 3x. This is what I use. This is like cement, and it is fast grab, which means when you press something against it, within like 2-3 minutes, it's going to catch and it's not going to release it. If you use the 3x compound, which is about half the price, it will release it. If you use Acro Pro or you use Omni Grip, which is the white putty looking floor or wall glue, it's very messy. You're going to need trowels, and it's going to have to take a long time to dry. Okay, you can still use the same tiling, spacers, and the same tools when you're using this. For walls, this is perfect. For floors, I would recommend Acro Pro, but for walls, little dabs like this is okay because there's not going to be traffic on the wall. You may see other videos on the internet of contractors commenting on this. I can guarantee you that all this and many other properties are done in this manner. For walls, it's a little more expensive, it's a lot cleaner, it's a lot faster. What I do is I'll put this on the screw. You put screws on the level where you want the height to. All right, so it's sitting on the screws, and you can see that I have this much wiggle room. So from here, what I'm gonna do is I can try using this. This helps me raise tiles. See that? It's completely under, and now I press, and you see that? And now it goes up. So now I just gotta go and put my spacer, and then we're done. All right, so we had to put some putty on here because it's as exposed as that. So now this is all smooth. So we're gonna paint this. It's a little off black, but it's matte finish, and this works for inside and outside. So when you buy paint, if you want to go and mix and match or whatever, I would say get it for outside because those paints are more durable. They're way better in my opinion. The way we're going to be putting the slats in here is, again, we're going to go and add one long edge right about a ½ inch away from here. So this is going to be black, but I don't want to have it completely edge to edge because that's not the look that we're going for, and I think it's going to look weird. All right, so this one we already pre-cut from the top to the bottom, and we cut the receptacle hole as well for this. Again, this will stick no problem anyway. So these are leveling tips. So you place this, you put one tile on this side, one on this side, then you put this through. And then if there's any imperfection, it will just pull both tiles together. You put 3 of these on these big tiles, and then you put 2 of these if it's a smaller tile, like 12 inch or 24. Of course, this is going to get removed, but now that we got this, I'm going to show you how to add the leveling clips. So take this, put a little bit at the bottom, put some on top, and we got to press this in behind here. Now these come in different thicknesses as well. Put the next tile before this dries. You don't have to necessarily, but it just makes things easier. And again, the next one's going to go about midway here, and the third at the bottom. Alright, so now that this is all up, take these and then you just press this in, and you can see that this is gonna pull itself in like that. Now, most of the time you don't need to use the tool, but if it was really difficult, then you'd use the tool, and then you just press, and then that would for sure tighten it up. So once these 3 are in, I'm gonna line this up and make sure that if we do bump it, it's actually perfectly flush. Finally, we're gonna go and add our slats. And I just basically put some glue on here and taped it so I wouldn't have any brad nails and worry about that. Ooh, there's a big spider. And here is what the wall looks like on its own. Without grout, mind you, but here's what it looks like. This is the look of the slats on one side. It goes with those slats right there. And of course, these ones. Now, as far as the painting goes, which is right here, I'm going to show you how to turn this or any other painting or bathroom mirror into an LED type of a painting that looks like this. It just adds that super sophisticated elegance that I needed. So let's get into how to actually do this right now. So if you guys watched my videos, I showed you how to do these wall slats. Those are 3 LEDs in there, and we also did this video, and then we also did lights here. These go straight up to the 2nd floor. I wanted to add some sort of a lighting effect in here that's always on. It doesn't take a lot of wattage. You'll be also immediately drawn to those lights. There's different types of LEDs these days. This one is a rather expensive one because it comes with this is for those TVs that change effects. So the app is super cool, and each individual one of these is creating a separate different color. It's got a double adhesive, it's waterproof, so you can put this outside, and it's obviously controlled by app. If you get the old school LEDs, they're really cheap. You're gonna be about like this, so that's gonna be gone. So you're gonna get this really crappy diffuse effect. Spend an extra 10-15 bucks and get yourself a little better one. So if you can get something called a rope light, this is a continuous diffuse light. So this one travels continuously. This one also does it, but a little differently than that. Also, one thing to consider, if you're putting this on a glary tile like this, you are definitely gonna see these reflections. There are these channels that you can buy. So there's a neon light underneath this piece of plastic, but this is like an extra cost. You got to figure out what your power source is, right? So are you going to go behind a wall, or are you going to put a cable management strip? So we measured 9.5 inches from here to the edge of the painting, which is going to be straight down to this power source. 9.5 inches to the power source. So this is where we want the end of the power source to start. And now it's time to start gluing this to here. Now we are going to go on the outside here, but a little higher, because we don't want anyone to see anything, right? It's going to be against the wall, and because the lights are very diffuse, we're not too concerned about the spotting. So we just go around, all the way around. And now we're going to go and hang this up and plug it in. All right, there we go. It works. You know how the light just kind of goes around now. Adds functionality because it brightens up the space, and it adds just that wow factor for just this entire room. So when that is white, it's just gonna blend, but then that is what's gonna stick out. The further away from the wall you go, the deeper the fall is gonna be. Look, so if I were to move this back an additional double the distance and even more, you can see that you just get a larger fall off. See? Just looks better, I think. But I really like this tile, this black. And then now I'm gonna take those same tiles and I'm gonna put them right here on this entire wall, and I'll probably do some slats, white slats here. And then here, I painted this, and then I'm gonna redo my own door with these floor planks that I found in the YouTube video. So yeah, it's all kind of coming together. So if you're interested in more videos like this, definitely hit the subscribe button. Otherwise, I will see you guys on the next one. And if you're a contractor, I welcome your comments. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.